So The Chosen season 5, 6, and 7 have been quite confusing to a lot of people online within the last few weeks, particularly because there's been some articles and some different things that have really confused us overall about like, what is going on here when we're talking about when we're going to see season 6. Particularly, I've seen people talk a lot about how season 6 will not be released until 2027. Well, I reached out to Dallas Jenkins himself to confirm what is actually going on here. And so I have some clear answers here, but let's talk about some of the background and what is actually going on. I think some of this came from my friend Eli over at Against the Current, a Chosen podcast. Actually, he changed his name, didn't he? It's Against the Current with Eli Hollingsworth now. And so Eli did this video here, which is fine. I think that he was perfectly in the right. I don't think he did anything wrong with making this video, just to be clear. I think that he was just caught off by an article that was wrong. And so we're going to talk about that here, but kind of introduce a little bit of this video as we talk about it. He introduces this article here where it talks about when The Chosen season 6 is going to release and things like that. He gets to the point here where The Chosen season 6, it says it's going to be premiering in 2027, which of course is 2 years from now. Now, this is a very long wait. And I'll tell you, this is not true, but it's also kind of true. And so that's that overall. Let's start with season 5 first and break that down. And then we'll get into season 6 and season 7 and talk about what we can expect to see. Season 5, just to clear up everything for those that don't know or are confused about what's happening. Season 5, here's how it's gonna go. We've just had the theatrical release of season 5, okay? Now, after all of the theatrical releases are done, there's gonna be a small wait period into June, basically. So mid-June, we should expect to see The Chosen on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime has bought the exclusive rights to The Chosen seasons 1 through 5. And into the future is what we are to guess here. They're partners in this now. What does that mean? It means that Lionsgate is still the distributor from The Chosen. Angel Studios used to be the distributor. They left Angel Studios and they went to Lionsgate. Lionsgate is still the distributor for it, but they have made this deal. They brokered this deal in between The Chosen, which is now 5 and 2 Studios, and Amazon. So Amazon is not the distributor. They're just the only streaming service in which The Chosen will be seen. Okay, apart from the Chosen app, which there's some caveats to that. We'll get to that in a second. So season 5 goes theatrical release, a little bit of a break, then to Amazon Prime in June. Okay, we should expect that in mid-June is what we've been told. So, June 15th, we'll say that, right? We don't know when the release date is, but we'll get there when we get there. I would assume that Dallas is going to do a live stream pretty close to that time. So maybe early June or late May. We should get an update from Dallas via a live stream that tells us the exact dates when they're going to release these type of things. And so we'll see that then. Now, when will we get The Chosen season 5 within the Chosen app? We're not going to get it in the Chosen app until 90 days after the last episode airs. So currently, we don't know how the episodes are going to air on Amazon. Will they air once a week, which would mean that we're not getting the episodes of season 5 in the Chosen app until, well, like late fall, like pretty late in the year. If they are done quicker, like for example, 2 episodes a week, or maybe they're done in bunches like they did in the theaters where they're doing 2, 3, 3, something like that. I don't think they'll do that. My guess is that they will do 1 a week because it just feels better, but it's going to elongate the time that people have to wait until it's in the Chosen app for free. And so that's going to be pushing it to way later in the year. Again, 90 days past when the last episode is aired. Okay, on Amazon Prime. That gives Amazon Prime exclusivity, which is what they bought, right? They paid The Chosen a lot of money to have that exclusivity. And so they're leaving that 90-day break period after the last episode. Then we'll get it in the Chosen app, and then it'll be free forever on the Chosen app, and on Amazon Prime, you can watch it there too. Okay, so that's kind of the whole thing with season 5. With season 6, this article here was saying that it's not expected to premiere until 2027. That's just not true. So there is going to be a different setup for season 6, and I don't think a lot of people are going to love it, but here's what we know so far. The truth is that the Chosen team does not know exactly when these things are going to air quite yet. However, here is the plan from which I got from Dallas overall, but I want you to keep something in mind before we get to it. There is no other show on the planet that gives us as much transparency as The Chosen does, okay? The fact that they show us parts of the behind the scenes that go on and we get to talk about that online is amazing, right? The fact that Dallas gets to take video and picture of what they're shooting on a day-to-day basis for season 6 is so amazing. And of course, we're going to go over all of that here on the channel. The fact that they tell us about, hey, the crucifixion is going to happen during season 6 and the resurrection is going to happen during season 7. There is no other show on the planet that does that. There's no other show on the planet that tells us when their timelines are for releasing certain things at specific times. They just tell you a few months ahead of time, hey, we're done with this, we're going to release it now. Think about shows like The Mandalorian or anything else that's online today, right? You're not getting updates like Dallas is giving us. And he's being extremely transparent, probably more than he has to be, right? And this is an amazing thing. This is so cool that we get to see a director be part of the community like this, right? It's one of the reasons why The Chosen is so amazing. So with season 6, keep that in mind, okay? They're trying to be as transparent as possible, but some of these things might change, and some of these things could be different than what you expected, right? So with season 6 overall, here's what you can expect from what I've been told from Dallas Jenkins himself, okay? It looks like we're going to be waiting a little while for season 6. It is going to come out in 2026, but not until a later part of the year. Most likely in the fall-ish area of 2026 is when we're going to get the first 6 episodes of season 6. Now, why do I say that? If you saw, if you're going to see later this week, basically on my channel, an interview with Dallas Jenkins. In this interview, he specifically talks about season 6 and season 7 and how they are going to be ordered. Okay, season 6 is going to be a 7-episode season. Why not eight episodes like normal? That is because season 6 and season 7 will have a feature-length movie within the season. So you're going to have 6 episodes that are normal episodes, just like we've always seen from The Chosen. Then that 7th episode will be a feature-length movie. Okay, it's going to look different. It's going to feel a little bit different. It's going to have a more cohesive story over 2.5 hours. That's going to be the finale of season 6. Now, the sad part about this is that, of course, while they wanted to keep this Easter cadence of release, season 6 is looking like it's going to be more and more intense. It's going to be way bigger than they ever expected it to be. And so because of that, they're not going to be able to hit that Easter goal of 2026, and they're going to have to push it back for these 6 episodes of the first 6 episodes of season 6. So that's going to be in the fall sometime of 2026 is when you can expect it. This could change, okay? Keep that in mind. Now, what does that mean for the feature-length film? It means for the feature-length film that you're not going to see the feature-length finale of the crucifixion season until Easter of 2027. So yes, you're going to see most of season 6 in 2026. However, it looks like the feature-length film is going to be pushed to Easter of 2027. So we're a little whiles away from that. Exactly 2 years, actually, from now. So it kind of stinks, but it is what it is. We want season 6 to be the best season ever. The crucifixion and the resurrection seasons are the most important seasons of The Chosen, period. These seasons are going to change lives for people. They're going to help them to have a greater understanding of what Jesus did in the crucifixion, what he endured. And then the resurrection is going to show the hope and the glory and the godhood of Jesus and show us that he is so much greater than we could ever imagine, right? These seasons are really, really important. And so because of that, we have to keep in mind that waiting is okay. In between seasons 2 and 3, we waited almost 2 full years in between those seasons. And the same thing is going to happen here. We're going to wait about 1.5 years-ish for season 5, for season 6, episodes 1 through 6. And then we're going to wait around 2 years for the finale of that season. Now, what does this mean for season 7? They don't know. They don't know, right? They're getting through season 6 first, and then season 7 will have to come along after that. Most likely, there will be a pretty large gap in between season 6 and season 7. However, what Dallas did say during my interview with him is that season 6 will end with this feature-length movie. And the goal for now, he didn't promise this, but what they're trying to do is have the first few episodes be that feature-length film in season 7, okay? So season 6 will end with a feature, season 7 will start with a feature, and then end with those other 6 episodes going forward. clearly the crucifixion and resurrection are very close to each other, right? And so we're going to have that big movie starting season 7, and then the rest of the 6 episodes after that coming out. How that's going to take place, I don't know. It would be an amazing miracle if we could get the finale of season 6 in theaters at the same time that we're getting the opening of season 7. I don't see that happening. My guess is that we're probably going to wait another year beyond that. But we'll have to see. We just don't know. So again, keep this in mind. Keep this with a grain of salt, right? Things can change. Things are going to move around. Things could be later than we expect them to be, right? Things could move easier than they expect them to be. It's just hard to say. But for right now, that's what I've been told to expect in this overall climate of things. I know that there's a lot of people who have had a lot of different things. There's been a ton of Facebook posts. There's been a ton of different things, especially like even Dallas misspeaking at ChosenCon, I believe. He said that he said some things that he didn't mean in particular for those specific things. And so we're going to kind of see. But basically what this means overall for The Chosen is that The Chosen itself will end around 2028 is kind of the idea that we're understanding here. So anyway, that's my clarification for all the fake news and and all the stuff going on out there. Wanted to clarify that for some people because I think it's really important that we understand kind of what's going on there. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.